Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen and welcome to today's episode of Hey Gmo, what's for supper? I like saying episode, y'all, because that makes it sound like I have my own cooking show. I know some family members just laughed at that. Y'all stop. Okay, tonight I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to be putting some more of our home canned and preserved goods to use, and a hog we had processed. Dear hubby did this. There is a local farmer in our area that he raises the hogs. We purchase one, we go in as a share, and we have it processed and the way that we want to have it processed. So we had some done in sausage already, seasoned and everything. Wonderful. And then we had some he just wanted to have ground up because he likes to do things with these himself. So he took some ground pork and put some Italian seasonings in it to make like Italian sausage. Y'all, he's good at that. He's got his own seasonings, and I will find those seasonings and what they're called, and I'll put them in the description box below the video because I don't know what he uses, but y'all, it smells awesome. So he wants me to turn these into like hamburger steak patties, but they're going to be Italian sausage, okay? Then I'm going to show you how I'm going to use my dry packed, I'll tell you that in a minute, dry packed butternut squash, dry packed potatoes, and, oh, this is heavier, some of my caramelized onion gravy. Are y'all ready? All right, let's get started. And y'all, looky, I got dessert right there. I got some homemade brownies made with freshly milled soft white wheat. Y'all, healthy, nutritious, even though they're brownies, they're healthy and nutritious, and y'all, they are awesome. We have almost ate that whole thing in just a couple of nights. So we're going to have that after supper. And then to go with our supper, I made up some homemade rolls the other night, and I flavored these with molasses this time. So here is our leftover homemade rolls I made. I just made a big batch. So that's going to be supper tonight. So y'all ready to get started? Let's go. Welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy, and I'm the keeper of our home here at 4D Farms, where we're all about faith, family, home, and farm. Y'all come on in and see what we're all about, because we want our channel to encourage you and inspire you on your journey. If you see something that you like, please give it a thumbs up, hit that like button. That helps our channel grow and reach more people. If you want to subscribe, and if you think other people can benefit from our videos, please share them. Y'all, we hope to see you in each and every video, and most of all, thanks for watching. All right, y'all, please, y'all, excuse my messy kitchen. I told y'all my kitchen is a functional kitchen. I have worked the dog soup out of my kitchen this morning. All my maids have been working with me today. I've made make-ahead breakfasts. I've made breakfast for this morning for me and dear hubby, just to enjoy the rest of the week. And then I've made make-ahead freezer breakfast for the granddaughters and for us because school's back in session, and it's been going down in my kitchen today. I'm tired, but I gotta fix supper. So the first thing I'm going to do is get supper started. Then I'll take care of these dishes, empty the dishwasher, get another load in there, get it going, okay? But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what I meant to say about these, I mistaked and said dry canned. There's a difference between dry packed and dry canned. If you are in some Facebook groups, canning groups on Facebook or Instagram or something like that, and they talk about dry canning, dry packed, y'all, those are two separate things. Dry canning is where you take things like flour, rice, pastas, dried pastas, and you put them in a jar, seal them, and you put them in your oven and let them dry can in your oven, okay? until the jar's sealed. That's completely different. Dry packing is where you put ingredients in your jar with like fresh produce, like potatoes, butternut squash. Some people are doing carrots, green beans, all these other good things. Dry packing means just cutting up your produce and your vegetables with no liquid, putting the lids and rings on and pressure canning them. So please don't get those confused. So dry packed. What I'm going to do with these potatoes right now, I'm going to turn these into mashed potatoes, y'all. I could fry these up, but I want to serve what I'm cooking on a bed of mashed potatoes. So what I'm going to do is I am going to maybe open these up. Let me get a butter knife. I'm going to pop this seal. See, I'm going to open these up. I'm going to strain this liquid off, strain this off and rinse these. Then I'm going to reconstitute them into a saucepan with some water and get them to boiling just for about 5 minutes, okay? So we'll get these started. And then we'll just walk through. I'm going to make up these into patties. I will take my jewelry off, y'all, because I don't want stuck in my jewelry and stuff. I'm going to turn these into patties. I can probably get like 4 big hamburger steak patties out of these. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the rest, okay? So y'all just hold tight. Let me get these on the stove, okay? Then we'll start working on these patties. All right, y'all. I'm going to start turning these into patties. Now, dear hubby told me that I needed to mix this up one more time before I put these in there. He took this pork sausage and used some sausage seasoning, y'all, I think. I will get him to tell me what it is. And if I can find the package, the seasoning or something like that, I'll show it to you. He's not in here at the moment. But, he put these seasonings in here and he let them sit in the refrigerator and marinate for 24 hours, okay? This is also what he does when he gets ready to do our sausage, to make big batches, and he's got like a big tub. Y'all, I'm going to make pretty good size hamburger steaks. He will take the ground pork, and he has one of those big industrial commercial tubs, and he will do big batches at one time, y'all. Well, that may be a little too big. Let me see. And he makes our breakfast sausage, and then he makes Italian sausage. And then we will section it out into 1 pound portions, 1 pound packages, put them in our vacuum seal bags, and then we will vacuum seal them, y'all, and put them in our freezers. He loves doing a lot of our meats here and experimenting and playing and coming up with concoctions. Y'all, he's got some of his own videos when I can talk him into doing some and he's not so nervous. They are on I think I created him a playlist, y'all, just like with his too, meat processing. You guys, y'all go check out some of his videos. He is kind of like getting into some things and helping me out to educate men on some ways to save money on the grocery bills and better homesteading practices. Oh, I may get more than that. He likes big hamburger steaks. So this is what we're going to do with these. Y'all, if you don't want to do hamburger steaks, I'm going to make me like a couple of smaller ones. So we'll have one for tonight, maybe one for tomorrow night. So he can have the big ones. I'll take the small ones, y'all, because, whoo, okay. He loves doing things like that. Y'all, we also hunt, and he likes processing a lot of our deer. So y'all guys, go check out his videos. I'm trying to talk him into doing some more. Okay? He don't have to talk, y'all, if he doesn't want to. I'll do the talking for him, but whatever. I'm trying to get him to do some more. And where he's going to be making some bacon using some of our pork hog that we bought and had processed. So yeah, he's got to get over his nervousness. So he gets a little nervous, y'all, and I know how he feels. Sometimes I get a little nervous. Okay, still. But all right, so we're gonna make these into patties. If you don't want to make these into patties, y'all, you can put this in your pan and just brown it up like you're browning ground beef, and put this in spaghetti, lasagna. We use a lot of our Italian sausage for that too. Anything that you can substitute using ground beef. I love to make lasagna with this, y'all, and spaghetti and some Italian dishes. And then just for like tonight, he wants a different flavor and some hamburger steaks. And yeah, we use it sometimes in place of ground beef. So let me get this off my hands and I'll show you what we're gonna do next. All right, y'all, in my skillet, these are our Dow Strong cookware, y'all. This is dear hubby's favorite cookware. This has a lifetime warranty and it's his favorite cookware because of that reason, and it's stainless steel. And y'all, whoo, these things are kind of heavy, but this is what he likes. Y'all, anything I use in my kitchen or anything like that, if you're interested in it, these are in my Amazon store, the whole set. And if you're interested in it, lifetime warranty, things like that, I always have my Amazon store link in the description box below the videos. So, they're in there, y'all, the whole cookware set. And then we have like a knife set that's in there. I got a little bit of oil in here, y'all, because I don't want these to stick. So we are going to start letting these brown. I don't want to get these fully cooked yet, and you'll see why in just a minute. I need to get a little more oil right in the middle. I know, y'all, this pork already has fat in it, but I don't want these sticking to my pan, okay? So, we're going to start letting these hang out and start letting these brown. Okay, over here I've got the potatoes starting to boil just a little bit. Now, don't freak out when you see me do something else either, because after I get done browning these, we're going to throw these in the skillet and we're going to brown them up in this fat. I'm not draining the fat, and I'll tell you why. Y'all just come on up here. I'm not going to drain the fat off of these when I get done. Reason being, I want to cook my butternut squash in that fat with those Italian seasonings, so these will take on that flavor, okay? And then I'm going to use also that fat to make a roux. I know y'all can't see with the glare. Make a roux. If you're from the South and you know anything about making gravy and what I'm talking about, a roux, it's the base to making a gravy thicker. You take some kind of fat like butter, oil, shortening, bacon grease, any kind of fat, adding a little bit of flour to it and making a paste. Then, where's my stuff? It's going to make this a whole lot thicker. So, that is what, and then after I get the gravy going, I will put the butternut squash back in there with the hamburger steaks, the Italian sausage steaks, and then just let them finish simmering and incorporate and soak up that gravy, y'all. And then I'm going to turn these into mashed potatoes. And then when I get ready to plate it up, have some mashed potatoes as a bed, and then put this hamburger steak, gravy, and butternut squash on top of that. That's tonight's meal. That's what's for supper tonight, says G-Mo. Okay, so let's finish browning these, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. I'm about to tell y'all one reason why I'm reconstituting these dry packed potatoes. They're just russet potatoes, y'all. It's because I used to can my potatoes in water. Y'all, they were mushy. When you opened them up, they had this smell, this starchy smell, and I just didn't like it. So I started researching dry packing. And y'all, I will not can potatoes in water anymore. I open up a jar of these babies, y'all, safely canning procedures. Open up a jar of this and just rinse the potatoes off. And just turn around and throw them in a bowl and make potato salad. I got a video on making potato salad with my home canned potatoes. What else? But when you dry pack them and you can them that way, they have a different texture. So that's perfect for frying potato salad. But if you want that mashed potato consistency, reconstitute them and boil them just for a few minutes in some water, and that's it. And y'all, you can do butternut squash the same way. You can do sweet potatoes the same way. I take a can of sweet potatoes the same way I dry pack them, and I have turned around and made mashed sweet potatoes. Okay? So y'all, I got a whole video on canning and harvesting. I have a whole video from harvesting butternut squash, showing you how to cut them up, can them, freeze them, roast them. So many different ways, y'all, to preserve butternut squash. Okay? I have pureed butternut squash over there. I'm going to do something with tomorrow. Y'all, check out that video. And then I have a whole video on pumpkins. Did you know that butternut squash and pumpkin is in the squash family? You can intertwine pumpkin and butternut squash. Did you know, y'all, in the Depression days, they would substitute butternut squash for pumpkin in pumpkin pies? There you go. Okay, I have a whole video on pumpkin, y'all, where I take you from when we got them out of the garden, what they looked like before we cut them off the vine. Y'all, last year I was harvesting pumpkins in July. I wasn't waiting until October to get pumpkins. Y'all, I was so shocked. I had pumpkins in July. Yes, we got those babies inside. I showed y'all what they looked like on the vine as they were growing. During the whole growing process, I took you through every bit of that. And then the day of harvest, when me and dear hubby got out there and picked them all that was ready, brought them in. He helped me break them down. And then, y'all, all the things I did with that pumpkin, I roasted some for roasted pureed pumpkin. I canned some in some simple syrup. I dry packed some. I canned some in just some water to where I can use those for later for different things. Y'all, I think I did 5 different things with those pumpkins. And they either wound up in the freezer or in a jar in the pantry. Y'all need to check out those. Y'all, I try to find all the different ways that I can use my produce that I grow in the garden. Do y'all know how many uses I get out of my zucchini and my squash? Check out those videos, y'all. Processing squash and zucchini, freezing zucchini, the different ways that I cut them up, shred, cubed, big rounds for frying, like fried dill pickles, fried squash, fried zucchini, big rounds for like grilling, and to use for like in keto and diabetic recipes, like little pizzas. Y'all, I've done some long to substitute for pasta and lasagna. Good keto and diabetic friendly lasagna using sheets of zucchini. Did y'all know that? Y'all need to go check out those videos. What else? Oh, zucchini pickles. Woo! Y'all, we've just about gone through every jar of my zucchini pickles. Those granddaughters love them. They love them. They are tearing those things up. So, and mock pineapple. My mama ate every jar that I made and tested one time. She ate every jar. I'm going to have to get some more. Anyway, y'all, I try to see how many ways I can preserve a vegetable that we grow in the garden. What all I can do with it. I have got 6 pineapples over here. I bought on purpose because they were on sale. Okay? I got a video on all the things to do with a $2. So many uses from a $2 pineapple. Y'all check that out. I canned the pineapple chunks. I took the peelings and the cores and I boiled them down to extract more juice. I had pineapple juice, like for flavoring things. I made some pineapple syrup. See, y'all, we need to get back to those days when our ancestors knew what they were doing. And bringing in this stuff and seeing what all they could do with their produce. And how many uses they could get out of one vegetable. Okay? There. And y'all, I've seen where people are dehydrating zucchini. And now there's like, you can, after you get it dehydrated, you run it through a food processor or a grinding mill or blender or something, zucchini flour, and making like zucchini breads and stuff like that. Y'all, I shred it and I sneak in vegetables in omelets and shuffles. My granddaughters don't know what hit them. I sneak in a lot of stuff. I sneak in butternut squash and pumpkin and sweet potatoes in pancakes, muffins, waffles. They don't know what hit them, but they're eating it. Get those vegetables in your kids, y'all. Get creative with your produce, whether you grow it or you go buy it from the store or from a farmer's market. Find out all the things you can do with that produce. Y'all, you can check out my whole playlist, Canning and 40 Farms, Canning and Preserving playlist. It's all on there, okay? Let me finish getting these browned. Okay, we're looking good. Potatoes are looking good. So let me finish getting these brown. Remove them for a little bit, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next, okay? I think I've changed my mind how I'm going to do these, y'all. I've got to use my oven anyway. Again, to make some things for pre-prep in the morning. When I get all of this back in the pan, instead of letting it simmer on top of the stove, I've got to get something in my oven anyway. I'm going to get all this back in the pan, and then I'm going to let it finish in the oven while I got the other in there. See, get creative. You can do it on top of the stove. You can do it inside the stove. Get your groove on, okay? Let's go. All right, these are browned on both sides. I'm going to put them on a plate for right now to rest and chill out, because you see all that goodness right there? You see? Ooh, y'all see that? This is what we're fixing to do with that. Y'all just hang out right there just a second, because you see these potatoes? We're fixing to do that right here. I want these fried in some of that. So, I'm going to brown these up a little bit. Let them take on this plate. Ow! Be careful, because that's hot grease, y'all. Hot fat. I'm going to let these brown up and take on some of this flavor. Let's get those. Let them take on that flavor. Those are going to hang out right there just a minute. I think these are good. I need a fork to check these. potatoes are good and fork tender. So let me take you over here. We can be prepping these while these are hanging out, okay? We're gonna strain these potatoes. Let me find somewhere to set this. Y'all, thank y'all for always wanting to hang out with me in my kitchen. Okay, I'm going to strain these. I'm going to put them in this bowl, get my ingredients, and meet me right back here, okay? All right, y'all, let's prep these potatoes. Now, y'all, this is herbed butter that I made. You see those herbs? I got a video on how we grow our herbs, y'all, in our arrow garden, and then I preserve our herbs different ways. I'm going to use the rest of my butter that I had preserved. I made herbed butter. Okay, while those are hot, I want that butter to melt. This goes behind me in the sink. All right. Dear hubby likes a little bit of mayonnaise in his mashed potatoes. So y'all, this is just a little bit of mayonnaise left. So I am going to use this spatula and just get all the rest of this mayonnaise out of here. Now, if there was still mayonnaise left in here, y'all, I would not be using this same spatula. So, but since this is all that's left, I'm going to be using the rest of that and just scraping the rest of that out of there. We use the Duke's mayonnaise because, y'all, it's got less sugar, no sugar actually, so he can eat this mayonnaise. Now, little splash of milk. Oh no, let's do salt and pepper first. Little salt, little pepper. I'm going to start mashing these. And then I'm going to put a little bit of milk in them to get the creamy consistency that I like. So a little bit of salt. Himalayan salt, y'all. Himalayan salt. It's healthier for you. All right. I'm going to start mashing this just for right now. And then I'll check the consistency. And I'll start adding milk until I get it like I want it. Okay? All right, y'all. I got about the consistency that I like. I'm just going to add a little bit of milk till we get it a little creamy that we like. Y'all, you can do this. You can use a potato masher. You can use an immersion blender. Whatever you want. If you want it a little creamier than this and not like a chunky style, you can by all means use an immersion blender. I'm just using a potato masher, y'all. All right, that's good consistency. I know I used a big bowl, y'all, but my smaller bowl after this one is already being used for something else. So we are going to cover these up until it's time to plate them up. And then let's go finish this other goodness. All right, y'all, let's get this butternut squash. I'm going to remove these from this. I'm just going to share the same plate, y'all, because they're all going to go back in here anyway. Oh, y'all, this is smelling so good. Y'all, if you don't want to use butternut squash, you can use squash, you can use zucchini, you can use pumpkin, you can use sweet potatoes. You can substitute a vegetable, y'all. You can use russet potatoes. I could have used those potatoes there and put in here. Now, y'all watch this. This is my fat, right? All that's going to come up when I get this gravy in here, y'all. But right now, I need to make my roux. So, we're going to take a little bit of flour. You want to make a paste to soak up that fat. Okay? So, we're going to make a paste and make a roux. I'm going to brown it up a little bit. Y'all don't worry. That's fixing to be taken care of. Because I'm going to scrape off those little bits, y'all, into this gravy. Let's brown this up a little bit. I get questions all the time. Okay, you grow this food. Now, how do you use it in recipes? Y'all, I'm showing you. Okay? I'm showing you how to use this in some recipes. For produce like this, y'all, you just home canned produce, y'all, from the freezer and from the pantry. In goes the jar of gravy. And the onions. Okay, we're going to let this start thickening up just a little bit. Get your roux mixed in. Now, you see all them little tidbits are coming off the bottom, y'all? Okay, where was I? Cooking with produce that has been home canned and froze. It's not hard, y'all. Don't be scared, okay? Get creative and just learn. This is another reason why I do this, y'all, is to show you how to turn around and put your homegrown things to use in nutritious meals and recipes. Okay, we're going to let this start thickening up just a little bit. Let me get it even on the stove. Then I'm going to, the oven is preheating. It's almost there, 400 degrees. Then I'm going to add the butternut squash back in there. Then the hamburger steaks. Spoon some of that gravy on top. They're going to spoon in the pan. It's a joke, y'all. Okay, and then I'm going to put this in the oven and let it finish baking. And there you go. All right, so when this gets ready, I'll just walk you through the next step and you can go through it with me, okay? While this is thickening up, y'all know what I'm going to do? Y'all remember my motto? I'm going to hit and empty out this dishwasher, start loading the dishwasher, wiping down a little bit, clean as you go in your kitchen. You will thank me later. All right, y'all ready? Y'all see that gravy? Y'all see how thick that got? Okay, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to start putting the hamburger patties back in here. I mean the pork patties. We're going to start putting these back in here. My hands are clean, y'all. Okay. Just like thusly, like my mama would say. We're going to get some of that goodness on top of there, y'all. Some of that gravy. Let me get some of this spooned on there, y'all, before I put the butternut squash in there. Because I'm going to kind of like put the butternut squash around the hamburger steaks. Y'all, I said it again, didn't I? The pork steaks. I am used to using ground beef, y'all. Okay, now we're just going to put this goodness back in here. Okay, let that start soaking up some of that gravy. Y'all, I'm going to, the oven's preheated to 400 degrees. I am going to switch this to the oven. These are from top of the stove to oven safe, y'all. You can cook in them in the oven too. Now, I'm going to let them hang out and get done. And because I have something else I'm fixing to put right in here with them while the oven's going anyway. Little breakfast prep for in the morning. And then we're going to let these hang out. And then I'll show you what happens next, okay? All right, y'all. We are pretty much almost sitting on ready to pull that out of the oven and plate up. Y'all, I've got the dishwasher empty, put dishes in the dishwasher, put dishes away. I have got some pumpkin hanging now, y'all. That pumpkin puree, I've got it hanging and straining. Y'all, a lot of people will do this during the processing of the pumpkin or whatever. I wait and do that when I get ready to use it. You can do that on the forefront after you get done mashing and all such as that, and then strain your puree. But y'all, when you're in the throes and you've got pumpkin guts everywhere in your kitchen and you just want to hurry up and get done, you can do it now. So I've got the pumpkin straining back here, and I have been grinding using my KitchenAid attachment to grind up some wheat berries, y'all, for some baking I'm fixing to get ready to do. I'm fixing to have to turn my fan on. It's hot in here. We're fixing to pull this out of the oven and plate it up. I just have to show y'all this. You know, we grow our herbs in our arrow gardens over there. And I showed you different ways I like to preserve our herbs. One was in butter. This is in oil, y'all. This has been steeping for a few months. And I found this cute little jar yesterday at the thrift store, y'all. It's got a cork on it. I am going to pour this oil in this cute little jar. Oh my gosh. That is basil, y'all. I love basil is one of my favorite herbs. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is gonna taste good, like basted on some things, like a pizza crust, those outside edges, bacon with this, drizzling this over some fish, salmon. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm going to pour this in this little jar without spilling it, y'all. Oh my gosh. My kitchen is smelling awesome right now. Get that little leaf down in there. Oh my gosh. I love steeping some fresh herbs in olive oil, y'all. Using this on pizza. Dear hubby come up with an idea for pizza, y'all. Roasted tomatoes. Oh, something else. Cheese. Something else, y'all. I'd have to ask him. I'm going to put just a few leaves down in here to just keep infusing, y'all. Oh, y'all, this is smelling so good. I'm going to get the rest of this oil out of here, y'all, and use this for cooking. That smells awesome. Like 2 more minutes, y'all. I swear. I promise. But I wanted to show y'all this one other little thing right there. Y'all see, you can reuse your vacuum seal bags right here. Y'all see these? You can reuse these when you cut across those lines, except meats. We do not save the bags and reuse the bags that meats come in. Those, especially chicken. Those get thrown away, okay? But anything that's just had vegetables in it, y'all, I will wash those bags out, kind of like our ancestors did. They washed Ziploc bags out. I do that too, y'all. You're going to learn today why your ancestors saved the wrapping paper from Christmas presents and birthday presents, the bows, why they washed out everything and reused it like Ziploc bags and stuff, because I do it too, y'all, except for the bows and the Christmas wrapping paper. But I do wash them Ziploc bags out, y'all. But we also reuse our Ziploc bags because this is still a little wet, y'all. I washed it. You can keep reusing these, y'all, until you just can't use it anymore and squeeze anything in here. Saves money, y'all, on your vacuum seal stuff. Y'all, our vacuum sealer is in our Amazon store. The bags are in our store under our kitchen essentials, or it may be on our canning and preserving playlist because we do this with our meats, y'all. And then these little drying racks, y'all. These come 3 to a pack, and this is what I put my Ziploc bags on, and then to dry these bags out, because you want these bags open so air can get in there. When you can catch them, air can get in there and dry them out, y'all. I love these little things. Y'all, just little things that you can do to save money, okay? Just little tips and tricks. I promise y'all, I won't butt in anymore. We're fixing to get this out of the oven. All right, I promise y'all, it's out. It's ready. Y'all watch me plate this up, okay? And then we'll do a taste test. So y'all just gander, okay? Y'all see that? Y'all see all that goodness? First, we're going to get some mashed potatoes on my plate, okay? I'm going to make me a little bed. This is my plate, y'all. I'm going to make me a little bed. Can y'all see that plate? There we go. All right. Make me a little bed of mashed potatoes. Like thusly. Like this, y'all. Now, I'm going to get me one of those little small ones that I made for myself right here. Look at that, y'all. Do y'all see that? Oh, y'all, I'm dripping it. We're going to put that right on top. I'm going to get some of that butternut squash and those onions, and I'm going to put this right on top. Give me some of those onions and that butternut squash and that gravy. Oh my gosh. Y'all, if I had some parsley, I would garnish this on top. I got to taste that gravy. Oh my gosh. If I had some parsley, y'all, that would be great on top. But y'all know, we got to do a little taste test. Where's my fork? There's my fork. Okay. Oh, y'all, this is going to be hot. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Y'all, I love getting creative in my kitchen. I love it when my granddaughters bust up in this door and say, hey, G-Ma, what are we going to do today? Okay. And 9 times out of 10, we land in the kitchen doing something, cooking, baking, whatever. Or we're doing some kind of little project. Let me get some of the mashed potatoes with the butternut squash. And then I'll taste the sausage patty. Not hamburger steak. Pork steak. Pork steak. Italian pork steaks. Oh, that's what we're going to call this. Italian pork steaks smothered in onion gravy with butternut squash served on a bed of mashed potatoes. Y'all, I feel like I got my own cooking show. And they say, what did you prepare? And the judges, what did you prepare for us today? Well, judges, today I prepared for you a bed of home canned mashed potatoes, some pork. What did I say that was, y'all? Pork steaks, Italian pork steaks, smothered in onion gravy and butternut squash. Did that sound impressive to the judges? Now, I got to get an onion, y'all. Let's get their reactions. Now let's try the sausage. I kid y'all not, this is slap your mama good. Now let's try the sausage. The pork, whatever, y'all. Let's try the meat. Y'all, dear hubby outdid himself on this pork. He outdid himself. Woo, that got a little heat. Y'all, that is awesome. Ground pork turned into Italian sausage. He did an awesome job, y'all. And then I took that and played around with it and turned it into a 5-star dinner. Oh, I forgot my rolls. I got to put my rolls on my plate. Y'all, this just goes to prove to y'all that you can cook with your produce from your garden or the farmer's market or the grocery store and come up with a meal and just use your imagination. That is what's tonight. Hey, G-Ma, what's for supper? I will catch y'all in the next video after I get my roll on my plate. Catch you in the next one.